else is a tough spot to be? The Minnesota Twins, who saw not one but two teams sign Carlos Correa and then say, well, that's actually a bad idea, and then get out of the deal. And then in year one, Carlos Correa is off to his worst season ever, and now is diagnosed with plantar fasciitis and a muscle strain in his left foot.
Now, here's the question. Is that the same foot/ankle that there were questions surrounding?
Nah, I don't know. I don't think so. What is?
Well, I mean,
that's bad ankle.
like the whole.
That's important. It's important to know. It's important to know.
That's extremely important. We can't just blow past like, oh yeah, it actually was the same ankle. It was the same foot, actually. Like, you don't want to just blow past.
Even if you got a bad ankle, that's not plantar fasciitis. Like, that's in the foot.
No, well, I got it's the other foot.
Yeah. Okay, it's the other foot. So no, but Jared, you need to understand. I'm sure you know this. Let me just remind you that when one part of your body is ailing, the rest of your body.
Yeah.
So injuries are absolutely connected and linked together. That's why I asked if this was the same foot, because that would be the ultimate told you so from the other two teams. But it's not. It's on the completely other wheel. So it's not an issue at all, unless you want to say, well, maybe his other foot's barking a little and he hasn't said anything about that. And now this foot's the one taking the brunt of it. And now this is pop. Like, if you want to be that person, go ahead, feel free. I'm not going to be. But that's why it does matter.
Yeah, that's why Kenley Jansen has back problems, because his fucking balls are so big.
I fucking hear that, man.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah. Are you what's the concern level for Carlos Correa? I mean, it's not like you're the Minnesota Twins, you're playing a dog shit division. The guards a threat to now? I mean, it's not even like oh man, how are we gonna push forward without all the help that Carlos Correa has given us this year? He's hitting .213 with a .699 OPS. Obviously, he's a very good defender, but the Minnesota Twins have a 2.5 game lead, which should be much larger. The Minnesota Twins are 26 and 24. They're 2 games over 500 in first place. They have a plus 45 run differential. The second place Tigers have a negative 49 run differential. They are still somehow separated by just 2.5 games, which is outrageous.
Right. Well, so look at it this way. As of right now, and this goes for I would say, and I haven't looked at the standings, but I would venture to guess this goes for maybe half the divisions. Is there more than 6 games worth of separation between fourth place and first place in this division?
5.5. The White Sox, by the way, might be back. The White Sox might be back. The fourth place White Sox are 5.5 back right now.
Okay, so they're 5.5 back. What about other divisions, just for sake of the exercise? Because I would look it up, but I don't want to fucking.
The Seattle Mariners are 6 games back. The Phillies are 7 games back. The Cardinals and the Reds are both 6 games back in a last place tie, but whatever, fourth place. And the Padres are 8 games back.
All right. So with all of that understood, is there a division that is there a division outside of the Central where you feel like the team at the bottom of that list, so the team that's 6.5 out, could very well win the division that they're in? Like for the Mariners, could the Mariners very well win the AL West? I mean, we understand paper, some things have to happen.
Yeah, that the Mariners are good. The Mariners are better than their record. I will say yes. Like
could the Cardinals come back? Could the Cardinals come back and conceivably win their division?
Yes.
How about the Phillies? Probably not.
No.
And then what other division did you say was that way? The Central? The Central.
Padres. The Padres are 8 back. They're 5 games under.
Yeah, well, see, that's why in my head I had it at 6, just because as we start to get to 8, 10 games, we need a 2-week swing. So in that division in the American League, is there a player on any one of those teams where if they're not healthy, that greatly impacts their chances at the postseason more so than Correa on the Twins?
Soto.
Jose Ramirez.
Joe Ram for Cleveland?
We're talking fourth place teams. They're second place team.
Oh, just fourth place teams.
Yeah.
No one close to Correa.
Soto.
What, in terms of like what one player does for an entire roster?
Yeah, if you take,
I mean,
the
Soto
guy out
has
of the
people
equation-
around him.
There's no question.
He's got people around him.
more important to the Padres than Correa is to the Twins. Correa has
No.
basically never-
You guys are. Let's get back to the Central though. Let's get back. I asked that question just to take stock of where those fourth place teams were in conjunction to the leader of their division.